back when my children were younger, my daughter in particular, I felt that she needed some special attention because she was a young lady, and I felt that she was going down a path where she felt the world was unfair to women, and I wanted to pull her away from those thoughts. You know, my daughter tells me that we are a family of criers, you know, and I I tend to get a little emotional when I talk about things like this, and I have no problem with that. I have no problem with showing emotion. It's just part of who we are. It's part of the human existence, part of our human story. Anyways, when my daughter was about 11-ish, built a horse ranch, a horse farm for my family. And I cut trails for, you know, my wife and the kids and whoever would come and ride the horses, you know, check one out of the barn, and away they'd go, and they'd enjoy the trails and never even leave our property, and usually on Thursday. But my daughter and I would go for what we would call our talkabouts. And it would take us maybe, a half hour, 40 minutes, you know, no huge commitment to time. During the school year, it would be after school. During the summer, it would be, you know, before dusk, you know, after dinner, we'd go for our talkabout. And we would cover all kinds of topics. I wanted her to know that despite the fact that she was a young lady, that the same opportunities that were available to her older brother and men in particular were also available to women. I wanted her to understand equality. I wanted her to realize that the world of opportunity was just as much available to her as it was to anyone on this planet. I wanted her to realize that the country that we live in is, well, it's just probably one of the greatest countries in the world to live in because of the freedoms that we enjoy in this country. We are all blessed to have been born and are able to live in this freedom. And we would discuss all kinds of topics, and nothing was off limits, nothing. And we did this until she went to college. So we did this for a little over 6 years, ladies and gentlemen, once a week, every week, for over 6 years. And at the end of all of that time, she emerged understanding goals and the power of goals, and she understood how all of the opportunities that were available to you and to me are also available to her. And today, she is a senior vice president, and she's a young lady, the youngest that they have ever had in this role. But it's a Fortune 100 company, and she has over 1,200 people that report to her, 1,200 people on her staff, including many vice presidents who are not senior vice presidents. So she has quite a respectable job with a lot of responsibility, and she did extremely well, magna cum laude in college, and business administration, and degrees and master's degrees in those fields. We live in a wonderful, wonderful society and a culture that allows anyone to become whatever it is they want to become, despite the obstacles that are seemingly stacked against them. There is nothing that stands between you, and I don't care what your age is, and your goals. Nothing. If you want to make it in network marketing and you have no other skills except for the ability to talk to people and be friendly and smile when you talk to people and explain things, you can make a full-time living that will put the average executive to shame. And I am not joking about that. I am as dead serious about that as I am any topic. I recently read about a man who just turned 82 years old, and he got into network marketing 3 years ago, and he's making over $15,000 a month. So don't tell me that, you know, you're too old, you're too young, you don't know how to do it, you can't do it. That's just nonsense. Anyone can do it. If you are interested in network marketing, remember this line, and just, you know, embed this in your psyche. The 7 famous words, the 7 words that you need to close every conversation you have with every prospect. I will help you build your business. I will help you build your business. And practice that until you've got it cold, because it's simple and that's all you have to do. And if you say that enough to enough people, believe it or not, they will ultimately buy into whatever it is, and they will follow you, and you will build downlines in whatever network marketing company you want, as many as you want. Build those multiple streams of income, and it's all at your fingertips, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have the opportunity to do talkabouts with someone in your family, adopt someone, adopt a child in your family whom you think might need to hear those kind of lectures, and stick with it. If you think 6 years is a long time to spend 45 minutes a week, once a week, just doing a talkabout, and just let the conversation flow, whatever it is that young child wants to know, answer the question and talk to them like an adult. And teach them those things that they need to know. And you will create a person who has the power and the understanding to carve their own path in life. Think about what kind of person you would be today if you had a mentor who did that with you once a week for 5 years or 6 years or 7 years. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less. I mean, I chose when she was 11 because I felt she was old enough to understand and communicate at an adult level. And, of course, when she went off to college, those opportunity times were, well, they vanished from me. But my goal had been reached, and my job was done. And I created a young lady who is doing extremely well on her own, obviously, today. It's amazing the influence that you can have on the young mind if you're willing to treat young people as an adult, speak to them as an adult, and teach them the things that they need to know. And even when they are combative, and even when they want to go off on their own tangent of ideas and principles and thoughts, that's okay. Just bring them back to your way of thinking, and it might take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks before whatever idea that you want to implant eventually takes roots and starts to grow. I wanted to share that story with you. It's absolutely true, every word of it. It's a part of my life that I regret that it's over, but nevertheless, I do not regret a moment of doing it and sticking with that schedule. Enjoy those times if you have that opportunity, and help those who need that help, folks. You can do it. You have an obligation to do it, by the way. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you become a better you, because in the course of doing so, you may not realize this, but you have helped me become a better me through practice.